That's all. So once again, as I say, the mentioning and or acknowledgement of a reality is not the same as a support or a justification of said reality.
Activity. We have to be responsible, and within that, we have to respect our significant others. We have to dedicate that time. We have to maximize the time that we spend with our significant other, where the percentage has to go that way. Now, we already, for the most part, we already have work. We have our jobs, Of course, that takes up, a significant amount of time for the majority of us. Some of us have been blessed to be able to successfully pursue, confidently pursue other forms of employment, i.e. self-employment, or maybe a particular job may work for someone that grants you more time to spend with your significant other, with your family. Can't forget your family as well, right? But we have to start. We have to recenter ourselves, reassess ourselves when we find ourselves spending more time to ourselves than with our significant others, with our family. We gotta sit back and observe ourselves and look and see how much time am I really dedicating that. And that's why I said I know myself. I'm guilty of it. I've at times found myself like being highly upset with myself, and that's the part where the depression part is there. Highly upset with myself. I would, sure, a day off, and sometimes you just want to kick back, relax, and do what you want to do. And I would find myself at sometimes I'm like, man, how many hours then went by? And I would say, man, I just really sit here and dedicated all this time to this, all this unproductive time, sure, it has its little moments of enjoyment, but after a while, you start to see that you're really not having, quote, the fun that, it is intended to give, because you didn't put too much time into that, I'm going to use, both drinking, I don't want to say drinking per se, but that, the moments when you just kind of like, I guess, chasing something that's not, chasing something that's not there, right? When it's already where it's supposed to be. Where it's at. It's at that place where you actually put the work in, and that's the relationship. That's the family. When you put that work into it, everything that comes of it is going to be good because you're constantly putting work into it. You're constantly adding the energy to it. You're constantly giving it the time. When said vices usually don't generate that same sense of accomplishment, that same sense of fulfillment. Hence why when we delve off into our vices, our activities, our hobbies, we feel empty at the end because we'd engaged so much time to it, and it's like, what did we get out of it? Now, mind you, I get the whole other aspects of it. Say if you do have certain hobbies and those hobbies you can, some hobbies you can generate money off of, right? Some vices may put you in a space where you may once again be generating money. I.e. if you're at the bar all the time, you might have a different type of hustle that can function or thrive in a bar scene, however, when its focus is driven on monetary things, the more important things will get lost. They can and will get lost. We've experienced that as being parents, and then maybe witnessing our parents being so dedicated to trying to provide for the family, provide for their significant other, support their family, that we get so driven in those spaces that once again you find yourself in a space where technically you're probably cheating. You're cheating. Forget that, not probably. You're cheating. That entails, it comes with a space of, where we, possibly are living outside of our means. So therefore, you have people that I know people that constantly do 16 hours. They make sure they're doing doubles here, left, and right. And I wonder, sometimes about their relationship, and then it may be part of their plan, because sometimes some of these things are get in and get out. The problem is when you don't know when it's time to get out, right? Must stay woke. No. Problem is we don't know sometimes when it's time to get out. Sometimes you have to take a break from those things if you are in that space of pursuing increments to, of course, benefit your family. So you're dedicating more time to the job. Just be careful. Put that woman first. Put your spouse first. Put your significant other first. When we do that, you start to see, if you do it properly, how about that? And then, because we're in the same space, I would say, I would definitely say me and my wife, we're in the same space. We both work hard. We both provide, we both work hard to provide for our family, to maintain our way and lifestyle of living, as well as our household bills and so forth, right? We're both in the same space. So, we both know that we have to come back and dedicate our time to each other. That is where our replenishment comes at, that is where the refueling comes, that is how we fortify ourselves and build our shield and our armor back up to where we can go back out into the world and face it head on. So if this is ringing a bell to any of you, think about it. You, sir or ma'am, quite possibly are being unfaithful to your spouse. It's okay, because this is one of those spaces, it's a safe space, It's a safe space. We're talking about time and energy. Time and energy. On the mental playing field, the emotional playing field, not on the physically fornicating. And I don't think I ever said the word fornicating as much in my life. But, sometimes you kind of got to polish up. I just couldn't constantly be saying, not when you're fucking somebody, or, or doing the nasty. Maybe I should have said doing the nasty with somebody. We're not talking about doing the nasty. We're just talking about, where we're placing our time and effort at, how much we're dedicating it to positive, pro-social, and productive things that will benefit us as well as our spouse, as well as our family. So once again, everyone, let us all stop cheating. Let's stop cheating. Say it with me now. I will stop cheating. Alright? I think we should all be good with that, right? Rob sat here and said he cheated too, so I'm not out here just being a hypocrite or anything, Said I was guilty too. I am guilty of it, And so what we do from here, what is the resolution, right? What is the end game? The end game is to put forth that effort. Let's work. Let's start moving that energy into a pro-social, positive, progressive direction. Let's pull back from our vices a little bit, Let's properly manage said vices, said hobbies. Let's manage that properly and put forth that time and effort and energy into our relationship more. Let's build that we that became one. let's pour more energy into that. Pour more time into it. And that, my good people, is how we actually become better. That's how we become better. So, from this video and this day forth, I'm gonna make that, a pledge, and I would love for everyone to make that a pledge. Let's start being faithful. I'm gonna leave it at that. Humble City Real, as always. Peace and blessings to everyone. I love the support that I'm getting. I appreciate y'all. Continue. Pass it on. Share it. And make sure you come back. Hit the subscription and the bell notification. Like I said, I'm going to be more consistent with it for myself, as well as for my spouse, my family, and the rest of the world. Humble City Real. Catch y'all next episode.